this.
You don't. Welcome to a world without light.
Guardian, something's wrong.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you. Your kind never deserved the power you were given. I am Gaul, and your light is mine.
What's up, everybody? Arrg the Pirate here, and Destiny 2 just launched, and I gotta say, wow. This was the coolest intro. I really enjoyed it. Of course, you do get to play those two missions, or that mission that you did in the beta, which I've already done videos covering that, but this is what you experience once you get past those two missions. That cutscene, there is an additional cutscene, but I just cut it out. I didn't want to have 15 minutes of cutscenes. But you spawn in and you're hurt after that fall when that big Cabal guy kicked you off the ship. You're walking around, you can see the hordes of Cabal, covering the streets. Oh man, it just feels awesome. You feel real helpless. He zapped your power and took the light away from your ghost and whatever, they've never really explained that, but we're actually getting a story this time. And man, it feels awesome. I kind of was sucked right back into that Destiny zone. After playing the beta, I was really disappointed. And I was like, it just feels like more Destiny. This just few minutes of gameplay completely feels like a polished game. And I gotta say, I'm into it. Now, when you spawn in, you do have a handful of minutes of just walking around helpless. If you see here, you can see the ship coming in. I'm going to try to make it under this pass so he doesn't spot me. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm doing it anyways. I'm in the story. There's a story. There's a story in Destiny. Are you kidding me? Like, oh man. I gotta say, I am definitely digging this. And with me being such a huge fan of the first Destiny, I just cannot wait to actually get into it. Now, there is a section that when you start, it tells you when you first completed raids and who you completed it with. And it was really cool seeing all those friends' names that, the first time I completed Crota's End, and it popped their names up there. The first time I did this, the first time I did that, and it popped their names up there, say the date. And man, that's just really cool. Now you see here I go down and the ghost comes over and tries to help me out. The ghost sounds good. Me personally, I never liked the original, Dinkle ghost. He was boring. This ghost, although, he's the little robot guy, he's got more to him, I think. And you can see I pull him out and he's all broken and everything like that. It just, man, it looks so cool. And we kind of just make it out of the city. We're trying to go to this distress beacon that he's found. one thing I still don't really know what's going on. I know the Red Legion has taken over and they want the power of the Traveler for themselves, which, in all honesty, I never really understood what the Traveler was. I honestly thought for the longest time the Traveler was a person. I didn't realize he was that giant floating planet thing. But, I learned that during the Halloween when they gave us the masks. So, now the Red Legion has taken over the Traveler and they're sucking out the power. We always worshipped him as a god, and they're saying, hey, it's like a computer or something. We're gonna steal his power. Now, I've made it out of the city. I'm just walking along, and you cannot run. You have no powers. You can't double jump. You can stab things, but that's about it. And you really feel helpless. I gotta say, this feels awesome. You've always felt like just this massive superhero in Destiny before, but now without the ability to run or slide or double jump, you feel like just, hey, you're just another guy with a gun. And you really feel helpless. Like the impact of them invading us and taking over the Traveler, you can really feel that in this, this 15 minutes into the game, this new story that is unfolding, and it feels great. I've gotta say, I'm absolutely blown away. Bungie did a great job in listening to the community. It took them a few years, but they did a great job by listening to the community and going, hey, they want a story and we're giving it to them. I've already got a boss, a antagonist, whatever you'd want to call him, that I want to kill. I want to kill that Cabal guy. I want to just rub his face in it. And that's the passion that was missing from the first Destiny. It really just turned into a loot grind game. And this feels like, hey, I want to go after this guy. I want to, get my buddies together and go invade his castle and, kick his walls down. So, I'm already sucked into this story. Of course, I did already have an idea of, this is what I want from Destiny. I've already enjoyed Destiny in the past, but just getting this story feels so good. Which your ghost tells you, hey, I can't revive you, and you're slowly making your way through these mountains, and there's this talk that you're following, which I was trying to shoot him at one point, but, apparently we're following him. So, hey, we've kind of got like a little guide to guide us through these canyons, and I don't know, I feel very enveloped in the story, even though it's just started. The cutscenes are really quality, which was kind of lacking before, and yeah, you have a story, there's an antagonist, you feel like, hey, I want to get this guy, it's all coming together, and look at this, it looks amazing. They've, the graphic changes, I am on a PlayStation Pro, so the graphics are a little bit better than they were on that PlayStation 4 I used to play, but just the expanse of this planet, you can see the trees, you can see way off in the distance, it looks good. The music is absolutely amazing. You feel epic, like you're going on this, massive hike through the mountains to try to save humanity, but you're trying to figure out what to do next. It feels really solid. Now, I've never taken Destiny as a story game. For one thing, I've always played first-person shooters like Call of Duty and things like that, and I've never cared about the story. I can't remember the last campaign on a Call of Duty game that I've ever even completed. I buy those games for the multiplayer and zombies. And it was kind of the same with Destiny. I bought it for the experience of going into a raid, getting loot, upgrading myself, things like that. I didn't buy it for the story. And, supposedly there was a vast amount of lore within the cards that, you'd pick up when you'd get ghosts and things like that. But you had to have the app or, go online to read it. And, I'm playing a video game. I don't want to read a novel to figure out what's going on. I honestly just don't care. If there's a story there, great. I'm totally into the story. But if there's not a story there, I'm going to enjoy shooting things, which is, what I've come to enjoy from Destiny. And now it feels like we're getting both sides of that coin, which this is my first impressions, of course. So we will kind of see what happens, and hopefully in the future we'll get more of this Destiny. Now here's the next cutscene, and that's followed up by the Cabal cutscene that really sets the story. So I'm going to quit talking and just let y'all listen.
Good Guardian lying around. Things must be worse than I thought. And that's our cue. Time to go, people!
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That falcon, it belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis. Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too. Time to make yourself useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin 'em up! Got a long flight ahead of us!
Do you see, traveler, all that I have done? Grace me with your light. Take your place at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Gaul. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominus have?
I would have words with my guest.